My middle school was separated into different color teams for each grade. 6th had silver and red, and 7th and 8th had red, white, and blue. My 8th grade year, we served as the first group of 8th grade blue team that was now part of the marine team, where our tech class was now in marine construction, and other classes were somewhat based around that. By based around that, I mean every once in a while they'd throw in something regarding water. Like science, we covered buoyancy at one point, and that's about all I remember of marine science. English stuff, we kind of, we covered things that had boats in them. Nothing to really do with the program besides that there were boats in the stories. Yeah. So because of all that, in ELA we read the book Red Kayak by Priscilla Cummings. And this book was not making me Cummings. From what I remember, this book follows the story of Brady, who is babysitting a 3-year-old boy. One day he takes him out in rough waters and the kayak sinks, causing the young boy to drown. However, he later finds out that 2 of his classmates, JT and Digger, drilled... I hope that... Please no one edit that to sound another way. But his friends drilled holes in the kayak to get back at the boy's father because they didn't like him because he was rich or something, but they didn't intend for the kid to drown. They wanted the dad to end up in the water and possibly drown instead, which isn't really, it's not really any better. They're still trying to essentially risk killing someone. But, Brady then wrestles with whether to turn in his friends or not, and he eventually ends up making up with the family whose child drowned under his watch, because they were mad at him because the kid drowned. It's like, that's not really his fault. Yeah, he shouldn't have taken the kid out on a kayak when it was rough waters. It was like a storm or windy, whatever. But if the kayak did not have holes in it, the kid would be fine. Why would you get mad at Brady? Like, why? The main reason they make up is because he turns in his friends who are the real killers, or it was something like that. But still, he had no part in it. Why would you blame him? Yeah, I'm driving my car, my brakes stop working, and I crash into someone and kill them. That's not my fault. It's the fault of the guy who cut my brake line, not me. It's like, if I have no brakes, I can't really help it if, I slam into someone from behind. I'm not saying this happened, it hasn't. But if someone cut my brake lines, an accident is not my fault at that point. But anyway, through the entire time we had to read Red Kayak, both inside and outside of school, by the way. The rest of the class, we absolutely hated it. It was not a great read. It was okay, but it was nothing really special. We all still joke about it sometimes. And by all, I mean like one other person, the 2 other people from that class that I still talk to. But the only reason we really remember it is because of like the memes of the whole thing with the red kayak, blah, blah, blah. We used to joke about it. But besides the memeing on it, it was mostly the final project as well. The final project was to make a movie trailer for it. How that related to ELA, I still have no idea. And she gave it to us over Christmas vacation. Who assigns a unit final project over Christmas vacation? You are a terrible, terrible teacher if you assign that. It's like, if it's something where, it's something you work on a little bit over vacation, like besides just then, it's like, okay, they don't have to finish it during the time they're out and they're supposed to be on Christmas vacation. The key word is vacation. For some reason or another, through the entirety of Christmas vacation, even though I tried multiple times, my other group members just never wanted to meet up to do it. I don't know why. Basically, I ended up doing all the work. I did the entire project, and they basically got free credit for doing absolutely jack shit. Now, I denied it at the time, but, everyone knew, but my mom found out about it and, called my teacher because, it is BS. So, I didn't want her to do it. I tried to fight her on it, but, only so much I could do as an 8th grader. When we got back from vacation, we all had to sign papers saying our group mates did their work, which of course I did, and that everyone knew was me. And, it's not going to help anything. The teacher can't. She knows everyone is going to fake that anyway, because no one wants to be the dick that, is like, oh, nope, my group mates didn't do anything. Not in middle school. In college, yes, I will gladly do that. Because if someone ain't doing their work, where it matters that much more at the college level, I will gladly throw someone under the bus and just email the teacher and be like, hey, I spent a month like, there was my math class at CCRI. We had a project where we had to, I think, maybe make a lesson based off of something from the class, right? And two of our 4 group members, they never showed up. They didn't even show up for the presentation. And it was all through Zoom, because this was during COVID. It was fall 2019. Or no, fall 2020, I mean. All you had to do was come in and speak and take credit for our work. And they didn't even do that. So, you know, I mean, the teacher took attendance every time, so she knew that they weren't doing any work. Anyway, yeah, so it got leaked that I caused that for the class. And, you know, had to lie on paper to save my social standing, and tell everyone that it wasn't my fault. Which it shouldn't have been an issue if, you know, people actually did their work. People actually put in the effort. And to the 2 who were in my group, if you see this, and you know who you are, you guys did not try at all, so you had no right to give me shit. Like, you guys did absolutely nothing and just left it to me because I didn't want to kill my grade, and you both probably knew that, so yeah. Anyway, the trailer turned out really bad anyway. Like, in the end, it was just really bad, because we could only use images from Google and do it in Windows Movie Maker. So, all free stuff, and you get what you pay for. And apparently, it's like, I found out, because I looked it up online, this is a big project with other schools too. Like, a lot of schools do movie trailer projects for Red Kayak. So it's not like it was an original idea by our crap teacher. But back to the story. So I finished the video. The rest of the class loves it for some reason. Why? I don't know. It was absolute dog shit. And, you know, we got I think we got a C on it. And, like, our teacher was like, you didn't have any characters in there. And I'm like, you wanted us to use stuff off Google Images. How are we supposed to have characters? If we, you know, actually filmed something, yeah, then we could have had characters. But no, we had to use Google Images, where you can't just get the same picture of someone over and over. That's not how it works unless you go and buy stock photos. And even then, you'll be lucky to find the same people. So it's like, what do you want from us, lady? Anyway, it was stupid, you know. Well, some of the situations too, like falling through, you know, one of the kids falls through ice at one point in the book. It's like, okay, yeah, get like a picture of someone falling in ice. How are you gonna find pictures of the same person doing other things, like being in a kayak, this, that, and the other? And like, the people we had in the thing were few and far between, and we had to have them silhouetted, but, you know, they were still there. They were characters. You are restricting us so much by not allowing us to actually film, because there were 3 of us. 3 boys. We could have been the 3 boys in the story. You know, we could have figured out something, you know, green screen. Hell, take a picture of ourselves and put it up, like, go into paint.net, throw us over some other wacky stuff. And that would have been characters, but no, we couldn't do that. It all had to be just straight from Google Images. Granted, I took some stuff from YouTube too, but, like, I also used, like, some Attack on Titan remix that I made. This was back before Season 2 and its soundtrack released, so it was like a remix of the movie soundtrack that I made. Anyway, you know, I want to know, what does digital media have to do with an 8th grade ELA class that's supposed to be about boats and ELA? It is not. Nothing. There's nothing there. And it's like, that teacher was weird. She hugged one of my friends for a little too long. I think we're like 90% sure she had a thing for him, which is really weird. She stopped working after that. I think she got cancer, which, you know, is my condolences. She's still alive. She's not dead. But, you know, like, we felt bad that she had cancer. But at the same time, we were like, thank God the next class isn't going to have to deal with that. I mean, they probably still had a similar curriculum, but they wouldn't have had to deal with her and her antics. And, like, just giving us these weird projects and, you know, acting. Like, she was so strict on the weirdest things. Like, the whole thing with using Google Images. Like, why of all things? This was 2016? It was a Christmas between 2015 and 2016. So everyone was already on social media. So having videos of us and putting it on YouTube is not an issue. I already had a YouTube channel. Not that I showed my face or anything on. It was a meme page at that point. But, well, I mean, I guess it still kind of is a meme page. But still, why not just if we want to be extra with it and be more creative, that doesn't set a bar higher for everyone else. You still have a rubric. So as long as we meet the rubric, it shouldn't matter. Which is like, I went by the rubric too. We should have had at least a B. At least just standard middle B, not minus or plus, just B. And for some reason we didn't. And for the sake of things, I'm going to go watch it right now. And I'm going to put it over, you know, the corner here. I need to go find it on my channel. Hold on. No, actually, I could do this. It's all Attack on Titan music in this, by the way. So, yeah. It was also really slow. Like, the quality is so bad as well. Like, oh, it is 1080. Oh, the tinny noises in this. This is what everyone was like raving over. All I did was find Heartbeat Flatline on YouTube, and I put it in. Oh my god. Yeah, this was when the Flash TV show was popular. Yeah, there's our character falling in the ice. There you go. Character. So still images with just movement attached to them. It's so bad. It's like, if I... Like, a lot of the other trailers that I found on YouTube, like the few I looked at, some were this bad, but a lot of them people actually filmed scenes. Because, you know, their teachers aren't weird. Yeah, and that's the cover. Like... What is this? It looks like this belongs in, like... Oh my god, more Attack on Titan music. I'll still show the names here. Yeah, I put them as doing stuff. They didn't do anything. 2018. Oh yeah. Anyway. So yeah, absolute garbage. Like... God... Someday I should remake that and like make it actual quality. I don't know. We'll see. But if I ever make that one day, this video will be linked to it. Don't worry. Yeah, fun times.